So welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's had a great weekend so far. Before we get started, I hope people like and subscribe to my channel. Help me out a little bit, guys. Ring that bell if you want notifications when I upload new videos. Today we're taking a look at this Regianne RE.2000 Series 1 from Special Hobby in 1/48 scale. So let's get started looking at this then. So here's our instruction booklet. We have information in Czech and in English. You can see by the looks of it, it's an older monoplane, like late 30s, early 40s. Here's our parts map. Here's 4 sprues of plastic. It's gray and 1 sprue of clear. You can also see here there's a few parts that aren't used here. They're crossed out. So number 1, looks like we got a lot to do here. We are building the cockpit. And we have here the back piece here. These are supports for the seats. We put the seat on. We turn it around and we got these parts that go in the back. Most likely an oil tank. Kind of looks like ammo cans or maybe radios or something here. These are 2 different parts. Here we're putting the 2 together. Number 6, we have this front panel. We got the pedals here. And a couple other parts that go in there. 7, we put the instrument panel on. 8, then we have the inside of the cockpit, the sidewall, with a couple parts. 9, the same piece, a couple more parts. Number 10, another piece there. Number 10, then we're working on the other side of the cockpit walls. We got this frame that goes in there too. Number 11, more parts in there. Number 12. Number 12 is a big step here. Putting the floor, the walls together. We have another tank here, maybe oxygen tank, or not sure. And this piece, and then we put these 2, the step 5 and the step 7 on the front and the back of it. Step 13, we have here the control stick that goes in there. Step 14 looks like a tail wheel. Step 15, we have these parts for the tail wheel, for the tail wheel bay. Number 16, we put our completed cockpit into the fuselage, along with this completed tail wheel bay into the fuselage, put the fuselage together. 17, we got our bottom wing, and we're putting our wheel well bays in. So number 18A and 18B is building the main landing gear. Number 19 is building the wheels. Number 20, we're putting the wheels onto the landing gear, and landing gear bay doors on too. Number 21, we're building this part of the engine. It's the rods, push rods. And 22, we put the 2 rows of cylinders together. So number 23, we put the bottom of the wing in, we put the tops of the wing on it. Number 24, we put our engine on, put the push rods on in the propeller hub there. Number 25, we build the cowling. Number 26, we put the cowling on. Number 27, we put the horizontal stabilizer on. 28, we got these 2 little parts to build here. I'm pretty sure that's the exhaust. Yeah, 29, we put this piece on with the exhaust. And here shows how it is. Number 31, we put the landing gear in. A couple more parts there. So number 32 we build this piece, put it in, put the canopy on, and the sight in. We built the propeller, put the propeller on, pitted tube. I don't see an antenna, but it has an antenna wire here. And you have clear red and clear green for the lights here. Then we're finished and we have our painting instructions here. I really like this paint job too, but it's going to be difficult, I think, with a brush. But I always do everything with a brush, so it looks really nice. So this is from experimental. So this one is from experimental section, 74th Squadrilla, 23rd group, Sicily, spring 1941. It says they flew night attack sorties at that time by Malta. This one is from Guadonia, Italy, autumn 1941. This is unknown. From 74th Squadron, 23rd Group in Sicily, 1941. But I would build one of the first two and not the one with the yellow front. So here's our decal sheet. We have the crosses for the back, the symbols for the propeller, or the roundel. There's a few stencils here, but there's no decal for the instrument panel. But we have a PE instrument panel, so I think. Now we have a clear one. But I don't see a decal for the instrument panel, so we'll have to see how that turns out. But they look pretty good. I haven't used any of these Special Hobby decals yet, but they seem to be nice and thin and always good in color. So here's sprue A. See, we have our horizontal stabilizers, the cowling, and the fuselage here. I think the fuselage has some really nice engraved panel lines on it. I think it looks really nice. Also, the horizontal stabilizers look good. The intake there looks good too. Of course, there's not going to be anything on the inside here because we have our fuselage, our cockpit walls that are going to go in there. So here's sprue B. Once again, we have some nice engraved panel lines there. Nice looking flaps, but they're not movable, just molded in. So sprue C, we have a lot of parts here. We got our wheels, our landing gear, propellers, our engine, most engine parts. The seat was on there too, but it fell off. There's no seat belts in it. But despite that, it still looks pretty decent. We can make some seat belts for it. May also be some photo etch you can get for it. So we got the wheel bay doors, and I think the parts look pretty good. The wheels look good. The cockpit floor there looks good. These are for the engine, the rods, push rods. Propellers are good. Landing gear looks okay too. Not really sure what this part is. Oh, that's one of the insides of the. That's one of the insides of the cockpit there. And that's the other one there. Oops. So last we have sprue D. This is that one part for the underneath. There's the other push rods for it. The front and the back parts to the cockpit here. The base for the wheels. Those must be the bait for the rest of the landing gear bays there. There's a few parts here really, but you usually get a lot of detail on the inside. There's not so much, I don't know if there's supposed to be more on the inside of those wheel bays or not really. But at least they have, on these pieces, they have some detail there. So last here we have a clear sprue. The large canopy, it looks like. The front, middle, back, the sight, and the wing lights there. It doesn't look so thick really. And the canopy frames look decent. Can't really see them all that well though. Well, the only thing that I can tell that's really missing from this kit is seat belts. And, well, maybe instrument decals. Maybe instrument decals, because the instrument panel is pretty plain. There are dials there. Well, there's, you know, the circle part, but there's not a dial in the middle. So it's only partially detailed. You didn't get a look at it before, but here it is right there. It's not really all that great. Still think it's worth a build. These Italian fighters are hard to come by. Only other company I've seen that really makes them is Italirai sometimes. But this one looks, I think it'll turn into a good one though. And I really like that paint, I like that camo scheme, it's really cool. So thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. And join me next time when we'll take a look at this Messerschmitt BF109 F2 or F4 in 1/48 scale from Revell. I got this one because I already have one BF109, but I wanted a desert version too. So we're going to take a look at this next time. Until then, bye.